podcast, but yours truly, Trevor.
We seriously do have to have a new intro. We really got to discuss this.
Yeah, we really do. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, we really have to though. But yeah, how was your weekend, buddy?
It was all right. Can't complain.
It was pretty good too. So
Yeah.
let's get to these games. We have a lot to talk about today. We have an action jam-packed show, and let's do this shit. Week 8. Week 8 is in the books. Let's see where we start now. So you pick it. You kick it off.
We did Vikings last show, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then we're gonna start with one snooze fest. We'll be doing this in 2 minutes. Chargers at Bears. The Bears suck. Trubisky sucks. People are complaining about them, right? But they only scored 16 points. What the hell game are you doing with 16 points? Not many.
Honestly speaking, I mean, we've said this before. We'll say this again. Mitch Trubisky sucks. And you know what makes it worse? Since the trade deadline, the Bears did not make a move at all.
They did not.
Listen, I would have been calling Carolina saying, listen, Cam, we need Cam.
Right? Bengals,
right now.
Andy Dalton, like
Right. I mean,
Dolphins, Ryan Fitzpatrick, something.
Something, because this guy sucks. Yo, people was like, we have to give him a chance. Give him a chance for what?
It's been a season and a half.
It's been almost 3 seasons. Like we've seen enough. He's trash. That's it. The Chargers had no reason to win. You know what it is? The Chargers gonna win this game just on some bullshit too. Like, and then
that's exactly what happened.
they came in, and then the Bears, the same. Y'all got rid of Cody Parkey to get a better kicker, and look what happened. You lose the same way. Like, the kicking problem is a problem with the Bears. The defense can only do but so much, but they can't do much when you have the offense so stagnant and trash.
They don't care.
They don't care.
You can kind of see it. They don't care.
They probably say, yo, I'm sick and tired of this crap. Get up out of here. Like, Mitch Trubisky sucks.
They suck.
And
you should be relying on kickers anyway.
And the Bears
it make no sense.
The Bears really dropped the ball, not making no moves today at the deadline.
Wasting a really good game from David Montgomery too. He was sick.
Really, he was great. He was great. For the Chargers, this is a game I thought they were gonna lose. And like I said, the games don't understand with them. The games they're supposed to lose, they win, and the games they're supposed to win, they lose. It's like, yo, what the hell? Like, this is ridiculous.
They didn't do anything spectacular. The only person that was really, really good was Joey Bosa, as expected.
I mean, Joey Bosa's a beast.
Yeah, like that's it. Everybody else is okay.
The Bosa family is like really talented defensive players.
Oh,
like,
we're gonna get to that Bosa kid later.
We'll get to them later. Yeah, but it was just ridiculous.
Next game, let's move on. There's nothing else to talk about from there.
Yeah,
the Bears suck and Chargers suck too. The Bears just out suck Chargers. That's it. Next, Cardinals at Saints. It took a minute, but the beating did begin.
Yeah. Drew Brees returned from his injury, and they're a scary team. They were scary when Teddy Bridgewater's there. He did good. I'm glad that the Saints didn't trade him, because I'm like, yo, they should. I'm surprised that no one didn't call him and say, yo, listen, Drew Brees is back. I'm gonna try to make a move for him too, because the quarterback's right there. But I'm glad they kept him. For the most part, man, this was good. Michael Thomas keep leaving, even though it is. Even without Drew Brees, he still got his numbers, and he was still productive either way.
But now he scores touchdowns with Drew Brees there.
Yeah. Latavius Murray, second straight game, we just
beautiful
killed. Like
him and Kamara together is going to be a savage problem.
It is. And
they completely replaced Mark Ingram.
Yeah, of course. Question. And a lot of people were saying how's that going to work, but this is great. They're a very scary team in the NFC, but for the most,
and apparently it looks like they found themselves a decent slot corner. And Charlie Gardner-Johnson. So I think he's a rookie or second year. I think he's a rookie. He actually played pretty well in the slot cornerback, which is something they needed desperately in the secondary.
Yeah.
Actually played pretty well. 5 tackles, 2 pass deflections, and tackle for loss.
Hey. Chase Edmonds for the Cardinals, who had that big game against the Giants last week, he got hurt, and they're down to...
And locked up.
And they had... Really?
Yeah, he got locked up. He was 7 for 8.
I mean, like, he's a third string... Nah, they had to go to They picked someone off the street.
Yeah, he's the third stringer, and you're playing against Saints. The Saints' run defense is wonderful.
Christian Kirk had 1 carry for 19 yards, and they was no match for the Cardinals. So
they addressed it yesterday and traded for ex-Miami Dolphins running back Kenny Drake, who needed to get out of the hellhole as soon as possible.
Which is good though. So next week they should be interested how they play next week. Though,
he's good. I always like Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, he was good.
I feel bad for him.
Speaking of the Dolphins, we'll get to them in a second, though, but we have a lot of things to talk about.
Unfortunately, I don't want to go to them at all. But
unfortunately.
Our next game is Giants at Lions.
This game right here was an issue. For me, it was an issue. I mean, I knew the Lions were going to win this game anyway, but the fact of the matter is that this defense is really bad.
They couldn't put them away.
This defense is really bad.
They couldn't put him away. The Giants. The Detroit couldn't put the Giants away.
Yeah, it was
They kept them with them. Like, why? What are y'all doing? Beat them already. What's taking you so long? Matthew Stafford was great as usual, but was have the one stupid ass pick he had earlier. And Daniel Jones is okay, but the fumbles continue from him.
They had to do something about that. I mean, if you're a Giant fan, you're like, okay, cool. There's a lot of people saying that, they should get for a quarterback in the draft this year. I'm like, that's dumb.
Why?
I'm like, that's dumb. You invested a six number overall pick on Daniel Jones. Why would you let him? That's stupid. But it is what it is, though. But they
let people be retarded. These New York fans, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're interesting.
Saquon did the best he could, even though that Lions front seven was giving him a hard time.
They're a decent run defense.
They're really decent, even without Snacks Harris. He averaged like 3 yards per carry, which is basically. But we knew that was gonna happen anyway. But for the most part, yeah, the Lions should have put them away a long time ago, but they just can't. They're looking interesting.
That's why I said that they're not anything. Like, they suck. Like, people are winning a little bit of games. Okay, they're beating up on the lesser teams. Cool, but
the Giants, as far as like any hope Giant fans had of making the playoffs, it's over.
I don't know why you had it to begin with.
Nah, because they say, listen, that's 4 in a row that Daniel Jones. Listen, Daniel Jones is a rookie. He's playing like a rookie. He's getting the experience. That's it. But for the most part, you can't get mad at that. Listen, if Eli was playing, it would have been worse. That shit would have been worse. So I'm like, whatever. But it's okay. Whatever.
Next game, which was my favorite game until the beating happened, was Philly at Buffalo. And Buffalo finally had the loss I was waiting for them to have.
Defensively, they did the best they could. It's just that,
they couldn't stop the run to save their lives.
They couldn't. And I had a feeling it was going to happen too. I had a feeling that the Eagles needed this win. They needed this win.
That's exactly why I picked them to win. They were very desperate. They probably would have got either kicked out of playoff contention or their division title hopes were going to go way down if they lost this game.
But also, for my sakes, that even though Allen and Wentz had like less than 200 yards, so they did both defense did a good job containing the quarterbacks and everything. But
even though they did have the same yard put, you can tell who was an elite quarterback and who isn't.
Yeah.
Josh Allen sucked.
Yes,
he did. But Carson Wentz
also
threw when he had to. Because that defense is too good.
And also, even after this game, the Bills still offensively challenged, and yet they made no move at the trade deadline either, which was dumb because they had a chance because they was trying to. The Jets was trying to. They say they weren't, but they was trying to shop Le'Veon Bell, and I'm like, and Buffalo was like, yo, they can get him, which would have made sense because they need help. They need help moving the ball. So it's like but the Bills, they're still gonna make the playoffs anyway because the defense is still good, but the defense, like I said, the same with Chicago. The defense can only do but so much when your fucking offense is terrible. Well, not open. Well, when your offense is
they're terrible.
When they're stagnant, very stagnant offense, like they can't move the ball. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
they need to let Singletary play a lot more. I don't know why they don't give him the ball more often. He's pretty dynamic. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, Gore is cool and all, but dude, like, Devin Singletary is not bad. Like, give him the ball. Same thing with Philly, even though Jordan Howard is a good back. But Miles Sanders is dynamic. Oh, fancy people, see, I told you. Get Miles Sanders in this game. But Miles Sanders is really good. So I don't know why a couple of teams are like hesitating to put their young backs out there. I don't get it. But Philly ran all over them, and Philly looked like the team that we were all thinking about from the beginning of the season. They finally showed up. Their secondary is still hot trash, but when you play against a quarterback who can barely throw, I guess it doesn't matter. So Buffalo finally got their comeuppance. So this is something we might see in the postseason when they get there. But they're still going to win out games and hit a 10-6 record, more likely still. I'm still doing that. They only have 2 losses. So next game, this will be fast. Seahawks at Falcons. There's another team that didn't feel like putting the other away, even though the game wasn't really that close. But they should have put up like
24-3 at halftime, and somehow, some way. First of all, I didn't even know that Mr. Pick Six Matt Shaw was on this team until like last week.
Hey, he broke a streak.
But he played. He broke a streak, and almost threw almost 500 yards on them, almost 500 yards, and everything like that. He was great. Julio Jones did what he did, but Seattle should have put them away a long time ago. The fact that they came back and the score was very misleading. Oh, it was not as close as you think it is.
No, it wasn't.
It was a beating.
But they should never allow 20 points though. I don't care about garbage time, like dude.
There's no need for it. But yeah.
But there were points where like DK Metcalf touchdown passes. Why was he doing the Macarena in the end zone waiting for the ball? That's the Falcons defense. That's why you never know. You're never out of it against them because you're going to score at will with anyone because they're horrible. And they were without this Trufant too in that game. They have no pass rush. They can't cover anything. They can't stop around. They're just a horrifically bad defense and don't understand for the life of me why Dan Quinn's still their coach. But whatever. Yeah, but this game is over. That's all you really have to know.
Yeah.
Next game. There's another one we don't care about. The Jets and Jaguars. I guess the ghost is still haunting him.
Yeah.
Because he threw another 3 interceptions. He's threw 8 picks in 3 games, 7 in last 2 games.
First of all, the Jaguars, literally, the Jaguars fan base, everything with the Jaguars just disrespected y'all. You know it's bad when the mascot comes out wearing a ghost costume. It's disrespectful. Then you play like crap, like more crap. Le'Veon is not doing nothing. I mean, what can you do? The team sucks. And then Adam Gase is terrible too. He's terrible. Like Adam Gase is really, really, really bad. And then you have a bigger problem now because you wanted to trade Robbie Anderson. You wanted to trade Jamal Adams, your best defensive player, and Le'Veon Bell. And it's like, how do you combat that now? Like, now you try to trade your best players out.
Behind their backs, too.
I'm like, first of all, it was a bad decision to even hire Adam Gase.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you one thing, and we'll get to this next on the Friday show, too. I'm telling you one thing. I'm booking it right now. I'm letting it right now. The Dolphins are getting their first win this Sunday against the Jets. You can count that right there. The Jets are going to give the Dolphins their first win of the season, and Adam Gase should be fired by Monday. He's done.
We'll see.
But that's me. Bad.
The Jaguars did what they were supposed to do. Gardner Minshew looked good. I think he had a couple of should have been turnover plays though. But that's what they do. He also has like 1,000 fumbles in his resume already. He just need to clean it up. He was good. They did what they're supposed to do. They beat up on a disgusting excuse of football team. Yeah. So next game at London, Cincy quote unquote at Rams, even though it was at London.
Yeah.
Again, this game also was never really close, but the Rams only put up 24 points. But I mean,
they were just resting. Said, listen, we're here. Yeah. Let's go on a bye week after this, and
they just decided to.
We had witnessed the final game as Eddie Dalton is a starter because Eddie Dalton, after the bye week, will be benched.
Yeah, he's gonna be benched
for Ryan Finley, which is he's pretty bad too.
I don't really know why they didn't try to shop Eddie Dalton.
I don't get it either.
They probably did. They might want him, but go to the Bears and be like, push it.
Listen. Like, the Bears have no excuse. They could have been like, listen, he's average, but he's better than the bum we have over here.
Average quarterback and that squad has a chance to go to NFC Championship game.
Absolutely.
So they should have made the move.
It was dumb. And then AJ Green's still there. I'm like, they're saying that
people dead ass wanted him, and he's not even playing. He's still injured.
They were saying that that he's in the final year of his deal, and they don't think about trading him. Yeah, because y'all about to lose him for nothing. He's gone. He's out of here.
Stupid.
But
that's the Bengals.
That's the Bengals for you. So whatever.
Yeah, the Rams did what they did. Whatever. Yeah. Next game, Broncos at Colts. We both knew that the spread was really bad and they should not be covered. And there you go.
The Broncos. First of all, Joe Flacco kind of like threw his coach under the bus, Mangio under the bus. He did.
For no reason.
For no reason. I get what you're trying to say, but it's like, Joe Flacco, you don't have the skills you had you was in Baltimore. Like,
you suck.
You suck now. But I do agree saying that, listen, that we're a 2-6 team. Why are we being so conservative on the play calling?
Because you suck.
That I agree. and they're saying, listen, like, take more chances. Like, listen, for the most, and also I'm surprised that Chris Howard has stayed under the team too.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't trade him.
I'm surprised
That's
they didn't
very
trade him either,
interesting.
which is very interesting. But I'm
surprised Philly wasn't like offering a 5th or 4th or something for him. Philly could use that.
I'm not gonna lie, this was a very underwhelming trade deadline. It was very, very, very underwhelming. Yeah. But the Colts, even though, like I said, they struggled a little bit. Like I said, they could have easily put away Denver if they wanted to, but Denver's defense is still not bad. They're literally holding the team together. I don't remember the Broncos scoring like 20 points in like weeks.
My Colts are a little better version, maybe better. You can argue with that, of the Bills in the aspect that they don't beat up anyone, they usually squeak through most of their games. Their most impressive game, by and far, to me, actually wasn't even the Chiefs game. It was last week.
Yeah.
When they looked like a complete, beautiful, even though they allowed like 30, right, against Deshaun Watson. I think they allowed 30.
It was
but
30,
they
yeah.
looked like a complete football team to me against the Texans. They were wonderful. Jacoby Brissett was wonderful. Everything they did was wonderful. The Chiefs, the offense was completely anemic, which makes no damn sense because that's probably the worst defense you played, and the offense did jack shit against the Chiefs. I don't understand that. But against the Texans, everyone played well. Even though the defense did allow 30, they still did make plays at the end of the day. I like what I saw. So you saw a little bit because I wasn't around. That was their best win by and far.
Yeah.
Every other game outside but they did kind of squeak it out against the Chiefs too. They squeak out a lot of their wins, and that doesn't really bode well with a lot of people. That's why a lot of people aren't behind them like I am. But I understand that they're still almost pretty much a one and done team almost, but they're still making playoffs. My coach is still being there, and that's what I bet on the entire time.
Depending who they call it against, they'll probably be a first round.
Yeah, first round exit most likely.
Yeah, more likely first round exit.
But hey,
depending who they play against.
I don't know.
Well, if they are the
because we got to see how that offense looks. The defense, I'm not that afraid of because their coach is
more than likely they would be the number 2 seed in the AFC by default.
Right now,
right now.
I don't think that's staying there, but right now they're number 2 seed, which is hilarious.
This is hilarious.
If only Andrew Luck was around.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what we gotta say. The Broncos suck. And Joe Flacco's hurt too. So that's gonna be hilarious to see next week against Cleveland.
No, he's out for the season.
Oh, he's out for the season.
He's out,
guaranteed.
Yeah.
I thought it was just for the game. Well, he's gone.
Season.
So that's gonna be hilarious. See this bum ass Denver Broncos team. Well, next game. It was going to be the battle of the busts, but one of the busts already lost his job. So it's just Jameis against Ryan Tannehill. Tampa Bay at Tennessee.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you thought any chance, because the way that Ryan Tannehill's playing, you can tell that Marcus Mariota was really holding that offense back. You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell they were holding the offense back. And honestly speaking, he's gone. He's
there's
gone.
No question about that.
He's gone. Like they'll draft a quarterback in this draft and have Ryan Tannehill be. I mean, hold on. Maybe Ryan Tannehill needed to change the scenery. Maybe he said, you know what, I need to get out of this bum ass.
Yeah, because he had like little spurts and
little spurts. But then,
and then he'll get hurt.
but I think that it's pretty good. James Winston was horrible.
For most of it, yes.
He was horrible. I mean, he had some spurts in this game. Like, all right, James, we see you.
And that's Jameis.
And then it was like horrible.
That's his career.
But I can't feel sorry for him.
I don't.
I can't feel sorry for him. But Ryan, I can't feel sorry for him at all. I'm like, listen, if Bruce Arians can't help you, then
it's to the point where my little brother is a Tampa Bay fan. Drives me out. He's a Tampa Bay fan, and he is like, you know what? The minute when he threw that ridiculously bad pick, and I think it was early in the game, he's like, I can't do it no more. I'm done. He even gave up on him. Yeah. So now it's officially stamped. He is bust.
There was rumors talking about that O.J. Howard was going to get traded to the Patriots.
No.
But they held on and said, nah, we're not going to trade him. We're going to keep him there. Which is good on their part. When they're if you're a Bucks fan, that's great. That's great. You don't want to just cut the team and send. I get it. And technically, if you think about it, the Bucks technically are still in the running for a playoff spot, which is unlikely, but mathematically it's still there. But
I don't do that math shit. I stick with my eyes. They suck.
They do suck.
Yeah, but Mike Evans destroyed.
But Tennessee 4-4. Tennessee 4-4.
They're in the running for a playoff spot.
2-2. I mean, now maybe I don't know, but I still have to see about.
Oh no, they suck. They're not making the playoffs.
Then I have to see. But
Team Texas and Cold Town.
if you I mean that AFC South is still very, very tough. You have 4-4. Yeah, the Jaguars are 4-4 and the Titans are 4-4.
You see that Texas and Colts? Texas has by and far the best quarterback in the division. So that already been right there.
I'm saying,
and Colts is the best overall team to me out of all of them. So
but I'm saying,
other two ain't
it's still a barn burner in that division though. So it's like, but for the most part, sorry Marcus Mariota, you're done.
Good. Bye. Good riddance.
Good riddance. See you later, buddy.
Next game. We thought this was going to be a game of the week. Too bad the 49ers decided to say F that and bang 50 on the Panthers.
Oh my God, that was bad.
What I predicted was correct. That Kyle Allen, this fake-ass quarterback, was going to get obliterated. That's exactly what happened. McCaffrey, he was overratedly good because he only got that pretty much on one run. He was all right. this 49ers is just ridiculous. I don't know what to say. But this is without quarterback play. They're doing this without Jimmy Garoppolo doing anything. He even had a disgusting interception in this game that we're all just like, what the fudge? But then, so what? Tevin Coleman says, so what? I got you, fam. And put up 4 touchdowns.
He balled
by himself.
By
he beat the team.
By himself. I'm like, yo, honestly, if he wanted to, they could have ran Wildcat and still beat.
Like, yeah.
That's literally what happened.
Like, yeah, no question. Like, it's ridiculous. And Emmanuel Sanders, with his little bit of action, did well. So that's going to be a massive problem, assuming Jimmy Garoppolo can throw. He's the only question mark in the team is the quarterback. Everything else is sensational. Nick Bosa, bro.
Yo, he's a beast.
Why he playing like he's a 7-year veteran?
Unbelievable.
He's playing like he's a 7-year veteran. He's only been here 7 games.
We'll get to him later, too, because we get to him later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about awards and stuff. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about him.
Definitely him, because he's phenomenal. You know what it is? He was the number 2 pick. You could argue he could have been the number 1 pick.
I thought he should have been.
I thought he should have been the number 1 pick because he said, he didn't play his last year, and because he was injured. He said, well, he made 4. I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Even he didn't play the whole year in Ohio State for injury. He's not falling to 3 or 4. Like you be a complete idiot. You'd be a complete idiot to let him fall that far.
No. I knew it was going past 2.
Yeah, you have to be a complete idiot. But he should have been number 1 though. Should have been number 1.
But they wanted their QB, so guess whatever. He's got like Kyler Murray, so it's not a bad pick yet. We'll find out. All right. And the Panthers, they need a playmaker at quarterback. They get a playmaker at quarterback. They ain't get blown out like that. They would have lost though, but they wouldn't get blown out like that. Next game, really fast. Oakland at Houston.
Great game though.
Oakland to me still sucks, but they put up a fight. JJ Watt, sorry. So Texans, that's a really, really, really bad.
And this happens to them every year though. Like you think that all right, cool. The Texans are gonna make some noise, make it interesting, and then JJ Watt. He's a great player, but there's too many seasons where he was out for the season.
I'm saying might be time for you to retire.
Yeah, I think so too. This
has been too many times in the last 4 years, I think.
I mean, he still put up amazing numbers though of his career, but
he was having a great season now.
Yeah,
he was great.
Great, yeah, and it's like he always get hurt. I think it's time.
It's time. I believe he was top 5 in pressures, top 5 in sacks, top 5. He was doing JJ Watt things, but your body might be telling you something, my guy.
Listen,
you already have 3 Defensive Player of the Years, 2 20-sack seasons. Like you were already a Hall of Famer, dude.
Yeah.
You're just missing the championship, but you weren't gonna get it with this bum ass organization anyway. So, yeah.
Listen, retire now, and I guarantee you, depending on where class you fall in, you more than likely you're first Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're
more than likely you're first Hall of Famer.
To me, you're the best defensive lineman in this generation. To me,
you
are the best one I've ever seen, and I think you're the best one to be in this generation. I've never seen anything like him. Aaron Donald's the closest thing now.
Yeah,
but before I never seen anything like him.
Wade Phillips, when he was the defensive coordinator in Houston, said, "Yo, when JJ Watt was a rookie, he said, yo, watch out for JJ Watt.
He's too much."
He said, yo, watch, he could be something special." And I think with the injuries, if he wasn't injured all the time, he could have easily.
Oh, he been shattering records.
Records and everything.
He was too much. He's too much, but. It might be time, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I first seen him when he caught that pick against Danny Dalton in the playoffs. I'm like, yo, who's that big brolic lineman over there doing that? Ever since then, I kept eyeing him. He just kept doing craziness after craziness after craziness after craziness. Like, it's too good. He's too much. Well, but yeah, Oakland still sucks to me. But they actually are a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
Yes.
Yeah, but they still suck. The Sunday night game, Green Bay at Kansas City, which was closer than I thought it was going to be, which put a small question mark to me on the Packers' defense because they've been a little soft to me as of late. But maybe I shouldn't be too hard on them, at least not yet.
I mean, for the most part, you playing against the Chiefs' defense is awful, but...
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers... wrong Aaron. Aaron Jones destroyed him by himself.
Yeah, by himself, yeah, but... Matt Moore, for his first start in years, Matt Moore cookies, was like, yo.
He played pretty well.
He played very well.
That's why I'm a little,
I'm a little saying, okay, you know what I'm saying? At least they have a plan. I have a plan saying, okay, Patrick Mahomes will be out for a few weeks. We knew he was going to play this game. But Chiefs fan, even though you lost the game, even though you played in a very, well, I wouldn't say bad, but it's very underwhelming AFC West. It's very underwhelming this year.
No, it's bad.
Because the Chiefs should have ran away with this. But
They would have if he didn't break his knee with his dumbass coach.
Yeah, but for the most part, like Matt Moore, played well enough, and he can like get you through some games and everything. They'll be all right.
We'll
but
see.
We'll see because
they play Minnesota next week. So I'm not sure,
yeah,
and they're hot right now. But we'll see though.
In Kansas City.
Let's say, that's pretty bad for Kansas City.
In Kansas City. Because
they can't win at home for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why, but for the most part, this was pretty a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Aaron Jones just did what
by himself, yeah.
himself, which Matt LaFleur, some of his play calling lately, I'm like, yo, you should start running the ball more. They're
starting to.
But listen, against the Chiefs defense, you should.
They're starting to. They're using both him, Aaron Jones, and Jamal Williams. We always loved Jamal Williams since 2017.
Yeah.
We're using both of them, taking the pressure off Aaron Rodgers. That's how you do it. Yeah. They're dangerous, very dangerous team. I'm just a little iffy on defense right now, but I'm probably just exaggerating. And the final game, because we're going to go through one in the Patriots this episode, obviously. And we're going to have lots of jokes there, so get ready for that. This will be 2 seconds. The Steelers, Dolphins, tank bowl. Don't care. We're done.
Hold on.
What the hell you got to say about these bastards,
Listen,
bro?
they were up. Miami was up 14-0. I said, wait a minute. There's no way.
That's why I said tank bowl.
14-0, and next thing you know what? I'm telling you. I said
because Mason Rudolph was bad. I don't know what
he was
horrible.
He was terrible. And I'm like, yo. And then Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'm like, yo, listen. He's going to mess around and win a game for the Dolphins. And they're going to end up losing the number one pick.
Nope. He became Fitzpatrick Magic and threw 2 interceptions.
I know that. but in the first half, he was great.
No, I'm saying afterwards.
Yeah, second half, he became Fitztragic. But, listen, man, listen, still, Chicago should have traded for him too. Like, yo, listen, he's a lot better than Mr. Trubisky, I'll tell you that much. I'd rather have this motherfucker or this guy on my team than.
So Houston's going to win the World Series today, right? You think so? I think so. Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over, man. They're up 2-1 right now, top of the third.
They blew it in Game 4. They blew it. I'm like, yeah, you guys blew it. I'm sorry getting sidetracked off. But other than that, yeah, this was like a better Monday Night Football game they've had in weeks. But the most...
I was busy watching that awesome 76ers and Hawks game last night. So that's what I was watching. I didn't give a shit about the football game.
I was kind of like back and forth.
That game was awesome.
But Trae Young was a beast.
Yeah, he got hurt right now, though. He got ankle sprain right now. So I hope that's not serious.
But it's okay though. But yeah. Anyway, back to football. All right, so that was literally the Week 8 games. So.
Yeah, the review.
Of
Week 8. We're gonna have power rankings, mid-season awards, and hilarious pre-season predictions debunk later on. So sit back, relax, listen to my man's beats.
Better than never.
Yes, sir. Power rankings time. Hopefully, it won't take very long doing this.
Okay. When we started off?
Yeah, just go for it. I'll just talk.
Okay. My number 32 is the Cincinnati Bengals. They are absolutely horrific. It's just like really, really bad. They're really bad. It's like who? It's hard to watch at times.
Yeah. Next.
31. I have the Miami Dolphins.
Me is flipped, but it's very close.
Miami because Ryan Fitzpatrick is literally keeping them in games. A lot of these, instead of losing by 30 points, they're losing by 10 or 7. They're improving. They still suck, but winless, whatever.
Next.
Number 30, the New York Jets. Number 30, the New York Jets. Mm-hmm. They are absolutely horrendous and it needs to go. Sam Darnold is actually regressing. It looks worse after Tyreek threw literally 7 interceptions in 2 games.
Yeah, I think the Patriots might have ended his career.
Yeah, he was seeing ghosts and he was seeing Jaguars and
yeah,
terrible, awful. Number 29 is the Redskins. They are absolutely horrendous. Even when they tried hard, they are horrendous.
They're embarrassment.
They're embarrassment to the league, whatever. But 28, the Atlanta Falcons. Another embarrassment. Dan Quinn, why are you still employed? He's done at the end of the year. Julio Jones deserves better. And Matt Shaw, for almost throwing 500 yards against the Seahawks, wasn't enough to win, even though that score was deflated. So, screw them. Mm-hmm. Number 27, I have the New York Giants. Daniel Jones, he's showing them that, okay, we can work something there. The fumbles are a problem. You need to fix the problems. That O-line is god-awful. But even though he's getting pressure a lot, you got to hold onto the ball. Take the sack, hold onto the ball. He's afraid to get hit. The defense is a shit. It's horrible. They could have beat the Lions in this game, but it's what it is. Number 26, the Arizona Cardinals. They improved from last week. They were pretty impressive. I mean, obviously because the Giants, Chase Edmonds, got hurt in this game, but they just fell back to earth. Like they fell back to earth at this point. Yeah, so that's why they're slightly. I mean, they're only ahead of the Giants because they beat them last week. So it's like, okay, so you beat them last week.
They might make strides though when they get David Johnson back, Kenyon Drake's in the team.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that. Maybe they'll go up, but right now, yeah, I feel you.
True, no problem. At 25, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've kept it close in this game, but Jameis Winston is a problem. They need to do something about that. I think he's done after this year. There's not much they can do here. He's costing them games. A lot of games that they should win, they're not winning. So he's 25 right there.
It's a turnover machine, man.
Yeah, it's really bad. Number 24, the Denver Broncos. I'm picking the Broncos because they're in games. It's not like they're getting blown out in every game. They're literally, except for the game against the Chiefs. But they're in games. They had a chance to actually beat the Colts. They could have won. And unfortunately, Joe Flacco was injured for the season. We don't know what they're going to do there.
Or fortunately, we don't know yet.
We're not too sure what's going on, but I think he's out for the season. But, that's why they're pretty low. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not good either. Number 23, the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns are in number 23.
That monstrosity.
It's just bad because Myles Garrett is literally like you would be really wasting his talents down there. Like they're really bad. They're really bad. Baker Mayfield is trash.
That coach needs to
go. Yeah, Freddie Kitchen is a problem. Even first of all, my thing is this: you're the most penalized team in the league. You had 15 penalties against the Patriots, right? Against the Patriots. How do you have 8 false start penalties in one game? 8. How? I've never heard that before in my life. They're undisciplined. And then another thing is that the offensive line is really bad. And then Nick Chubb had a terrible game. I mean, his stats are very misleading because he turned the ball over 3 times. Like, literally, how you turn the ball over literally 3 straight possessions. And then Baker Mayfield is like he's digressing and more. But he had some spurts. Or whatever. But come on, it wasn't really a game there. But, then they are number 23. Number 22, the Chicago Bears. The last time I had did these rankings, they were a top 5. They were a top 10 team in the league. Now, weeks later, they are the defense. You could tell the defense doesn't want to play anymore. Like their talents are wasted because the offense is so anemic. Mitch Trubisky sucks. The people say, oh, Matt Nagy, the coach, saying that he inherited him. No, it didn't work. And he was with Mark Trestman when he was his last year there in Chicago. And he tried to do it with Mike Nagy, and it's not working. Yeah, people say, "Oh, only 3 years." It's not working. Like
you just tell.
You just tell. You traded the Chicago Bears front office traded up to number 2 pick for Mitch Trubisky, who went to North Carolina, ACC, one of the worst ACC football schools. That's a basketball school. What the hell? Like you traded up for him? Trash. Like it's ridiculous. Next. Hold on. The number 21, the San Diego Chargers.
Yes, we're calling them that on purpose.
Yeah,
we know they're from Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're calling them that on purpose. And they just find ways to win games they're supposed to lose.
And vice versa.
So meanwhile, number 20, the Oakland Raiders. They are a lot better than we thought they were going to be. I mean, they had a really great game against Houston last Sunday. It was really good, really great game. And the game against the Packers, they were close until they just blew it in the second half. But this team...
And they beat the Bears.
So, they're not as bad as you thought they were going to be. So, shout out to them. Number 19, the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill really had sparked this offense. I really think that Marcus Mariota really was holding his offense back. Because they respond better to him and they're moving the ball around. And it's not as many sacks. He hasn't been getting a lot of sack lately. But Mariota, he's holding the ball too long. He's always getting sacked. The offensive line is terrible, but come on. Ryan Tannehill hasn't got sacked lately, so who knows. Number 18, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Had a win against Miami last night.
They're supposed to.
Which they're supposed to. You can argue that they got their groove, not their grooves back, but they're keeping pace in the AFC North, but, it is what it is.
Backup quarterbacks, man, nah. This is a lost year, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for them. Number 17 is the Carolina Panthers. They were really high. They were pretty in the middle of the pack to like top 10.
Until Trevor Coleman said, F that, and curb stomped them all the way down.
Burn it down, literally.
Yeah.
And how they were obliterated by the 49ers. Is one thing when you have when Jimmy G is not even doing anything. He's literally just there. He's acting like Alex Smith in circa 2012 on the 49ers. That's all he's doing. But it's not spectacular though. But the defense is legit. Nick Bosa is a man possessed, and that is ridiculous. And even D Ford, he's killing too.
We will talk about them later.
Yeah. Number 16, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
See, the 49ers are so good they took over the Panthers' whole segment.
They did. Number 16, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Jaguars they're middle of the pack. You know, they're
That's
not
exactly what
truly
they are.
out of it. Not truly out of it. Some games they're in. They beat the team they're supposed to be, like the Jets. You go in, they beat the Jets, and whatever. They suck. Gardner Minshew, I like him a lot. He needs to limit the turnovers, the stupid turnovers. But I want to see what they're going to do in the offseason with Nick Foles. Like,
Offseason? You mean right now?
He's
back right now.
Yeah, but come on.
BDN.
I want to see what they're going to do now. I think they should trade him, but they probably won't because they pay him with that money. But you got to do something. Hey, he may go to Chicago. Make sure he goes to Chicago.
Well, maybe next year. It's too late right now.
It's too late now, but maybe next year. But 15, the Detroit Lions. A team that is also, they're at points. Some points they're good. Some points are like, all right, they're overrated. Sometimes you get a game where they're in it, and others are like, yo, what is this?
They're overrated.
They're
exactly what they're supposed to be. I like
3-1. They're exactly what's supposed to be in the middle of the pack. Number 14, the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys, even though they blew out the Eagles last week, you know, congratulations, whatever. But they still haven't proven anything against the team.
You lost to the Jets.
Yeah, you lost to the Jets. So it's like, you know, how can I take you seriously at this point? Yeah, you lose to the Jets in embarrassing fashion, then you go beat the Eagles. Ooh, do that to the Patriots. Do that to the Saints. Do that to the Bears.
They didn't do the Saints. They lost.
They lost. So, like, listen. Or do it to Minnesota, which you got to play them eventually. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's right there. Number 13, the Buffalo Bills. They fell out of the top 10 for me because, you know, the defense is still spectacular. They are no joke. But offensively, they can't score. They can't score. They can't move the ball. Frank Gore... if you're like relying on Frank Gore, and to, you know, do something and to move the ball,
they're relying on Old Man River. Like, hello, like I don't understand it.
You can't. It's absolutely terrible. But you know, that's why I have them that early right there. Number 12 is the Philadelphia Eagles. They they got to win. They had to win last week against the Bills, which is
very, very, very
talented
one.
Very, very talented Bills team. You know, but you know, we still need to see more.
We do need to see more.
The defense still trash, but they did very well coming at Josh Allen last week. Even though Josh Allen is,
you know, he can't throw.
But I think he had it there. Number 11, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh.
Kansas City Chiefs. Even though in a loss, you know, I like how Matt Moore played, and even though that Patrick Mahomes will be back soon, I'm pretty impressed at how they responded. Yeah. Because I thought this was going to be a blowout. Honestly speaking.
They are a top 10 team with Patrick Mahomes, and without him, they're not a top 10 team. Yeah. They're 11th. That's very impressive.
But the defense still sucks, though.
Oh, yeah, that's never going to change.
Yeah. Number 10, the Houston Texans. Houston Texans play, like, they're in games. Like, they're one of those teams that you're not sure what you're going to get with them, but...
Well, I'm sure I'm going to get from them. I'm going to get bad defense, but spectacular superstar quarterback play. Deshaun Watson is wonderful. He won me over this year. I love him. I'm just waiting for him to perform in the playoffs. That's what I'm waiting for now.
Honestly speaking, the fact that they traded Jadeveon Clowney early in the year, and now J.D. Watt's hurt.
Yeah, that might backfire.
That's going to backfire tremendously, really bad. That's going to hurt them really bad. So,
because Jadeveon Clowney isn't all that, but I mean that's still better than what you have now.
Yeah, I mean the defense was already bad already, but that was a huge loss and everything. But we'll see about that. But number 9 is I'm about to say St. Louis, the Los Angeles Rams, the LA Rams.
Keeping them in top 10.
Number 9, I think, you know, they got their stride back a little bit, kind of a little bit for me. You know,
they traded Talib today.
Yeah, they did trade Talib. I know he's not happy, but he's on IR, so he wouldn't play it down with the Dolphins anyway. So what is what it is. But
they got rid of that cap space. That's what they did.
True, because you but they beat what they beat. This is what it is. I mean,
we gotta see more from them too.
Yeah,
we lost to Seattle and they played 49ers. I don't remember.
No, they played them next week.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, that's gonna show me something.
Play them next week. Wait, they did play them. And they beat them.
Why don't I remember this?
They did play them. They beat them.
Why don't I remember this?
They beat them.
No, I believe you. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, they beat them. They beat them before they played Seattle. They played them before they played Seattle.
I don't remember this. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. Speaking of Seattle, number 8 is Seattle Seahawks. No, Seattle's number 8. They are just a team that you not sure what you're gonna expect, but when Russell Wilson is.
Oh yeah, they did play
Russell Wilson.
When Jared Goff didn't throw for 100 yards. Yeah, there you go.
Russell Wilson is, in my opinion, the MVP of the league right now.
Mine too. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that in a second, yeah.
Yeah, that's
but he's playing very well, man. He's playing very well. They're responding well. The defense, I don't know why you gave up 20 points to the Falcons.
I don't like
the
defense at all. It's not Legion of Boom.
It's not Legion of Boom. You can tell it's far from it. But Seattle's number 8. Number 7 is the Baltimore Ravens.
It's a little high.
A little high for me, but I said Baltimore number 7 just because, you know, they do what they got to do. They do what they got to do. I want to see, like I said, I want to see them play how they respond against, which we'll get to that. When they play New England.
They playing against the boogeyman.
On Sunday. I want to see how they respond. Now, do I think Lamar Jackson is going to completely do it? Because the Patriots defense for running the ball, they let Nick Chubb, even though he fumbled the ball a lot, they was struggling to contain him.
That's also a running back.
Was also a running back.
That's not a quarterback. That's
completely I'm saying, but I want to see how he responds to New England.
They're gonna make him throw the ball.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna find out a lot about this team on this Sunday.
But Baltimore just finds a way to make things win and everything. Number 6, the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, they're really hot.
They're hot right now. Kirk Cousins is on playing all cylinders. And they're doing it without Adam Thielen. He's still hurt. Hopefully he's better. Stephon Diggs, another 7-catch, 150-yard game. And Dalvin Cook is running out of his mind. He's running out of his mind right now. And this is a dangerous team getting hot at the right time. So watch out, Green Bay, because you have the Vikings right behind you.
Yeah, I think by one game too.
So, yeah. So those games coming at the end of the season is gonna matter a lot. So they're playing good football right now. Number 5 is your Colts.
My Colts.
They were absolutely phenomenal in their game against Houston last week. This week they were pretty decent. They struggled a little bit, but they were okay against the Broncos. Clearly the number 2 team in the AFC right now, especially since Houston lost J.J. Watt defensively and something like that. But they'll be all right. They'll be okay. I think the Colts are the fifth best team in the NFL. They're very complete right now. They're healthy, and we'll see where it goes from there. What about you? That's it.
My Colts.
Number 4 is the Green Bay Packers. Though the defense was a little bit worrisome in the game against Kansas City. Packers are playing on all cylinders right now. You know, they're hot right now. We'll see how it goes from there when they got to play San Francisco later in the year. They got to play
Aaron Rodgers right now looks like Aaron Rodgers 2014, but we'll see how long that lasts.
How long lasts. Number 3 is the New Orleans Saints. Even with Teddy Bridgewater going 6-0 as a starter for the Saints, Drew Brees is back and they look like they haven't missed a step. He hasn't missed a step. This is a very scary football team. Very, very scary. You know,
they are really scary.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they look so much better than they did last year.
The team. I feel bad for the team. They got to play them in the Superdome.
Yeah.
Have to play them in the playoffs. That's gonna be tough.
San Fran better stay undefeated.
For real. And which San Fran got to play them too.
Yeah, they play each other. I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be. They probably it's a 1:00 game. I think it's.
They may depends what the night time is. They may flex that.
They'll flex it. Yeah, I think they'll flex it. But number 2 is the 49ers. Defensively, Nick Bosa, like I said before, is playing out of his mind. That defense is absolutely sensational. D Ford, we know him as the guy who was offside in that AFC Championship game, and he said, "Figure this."
Yeah, the AFC Championship MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was, but he's playing out of his mind. You have Tevin Coleman running the ball like crazy. He literally said, "I got this." JG just stay back there.
Rito would have done the same thing if he was there.
And they're undefeated. Even though I said that, even though when they played the Redskins like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, yo, 9 points. Like, really?
They played in the swamp, man. I give them a pass.
Like, really? I was like, nah, it's the Redskins. You gotta beat them. Or whatever. But 7-0, very impressive. Very impressive. And obviously, number one is the undefeated Super Bowl champs, the New England Patriots.
With the best defense ever.
With literally the
right
best
now.
defense ever. They have like 25 turnovers this year so far. And it's like, these get better and better every game. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's amazing.
When they get this offense together, it's going to be a massive problem.
Exactly.
That's the question mark with New England Patriots.
Is the offense, yeah.
They got to get healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good power rankings. It's great.
Yeah.
I completely agree with pretty much everything there. We're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to finish off with mid-season awards, award predictions, and the hilarious debunk. So stay tuned. I'm sorry. We're back. We're back better than that. Come on, dog.
I was about to say something. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but yeah.
That's fine. So, mid-season awards. We're going to go through who we think so far is going to be MVP, offensive, and defensive player of the years, and the rookies. The other stuff I don't really care about. Like, coach is pretty obvious. It's either going to be between Belichick and freaking Kyle Shanahan. Probably a little bit towards Kyle Shanahan.
More likely, yeah.
So, yeah, that's coach. We got that done quick. Now, MVP. I have 5 candidates. I'm only going to explain maybe 2 or 3 of them because half of them are also in the Offensive Player of the Year category. Right. So my MVP is Russell Wilson. Trevor said earlier, same thing. So that's our MVP. He is literally the definition of an MVP. He's carrying a disgusting roster because the roster's bad. I don't want to hear it. No receivers, barely anything offensive line. They have a decent running game. They lost their best receiver, arguably in their tight end in Disley, and their defense, they have nobody to cover anyone. They're just really opportunistic. And they are, they have 2 losses only, right? Something like that?
Yes, 2. They
are actually 22nd in defensive DVOA. So that's not good. Wilson has 3 full quarter comebacks. And he's third. He's at least third in every statistical category on quarterbacks. And that was before this week. He's actually leading the league in touchdown passes now. And he might be, no, he's not leading the league in yards. That's someone else. I think that's Goff. He's leading in touchdown passes now. So, yeah, he's wonderful. Next for me is Aaron Rodgers. He cleaning up his act, so he's wonderful. Okay. He is top 5, I believe, in every statistical category for quarterbacks. His defense is actually giving him a little bit of help, which is what he needed for years. And I'm not an apologist for Aaron Rodgers. I hate him. But it's the truth. He did have some pretty shitty defenses in his day. They ranked 12th in yards. They're 7th in defensive DVOA. So they're actually pretty decent. Again, this is also before the week that just passed. And they only have 1 loss, which is still confusing as to how they lost that game, but they did lose to the Eagles, so that happened. Third is Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
You want to hear this craziness about his stats?
Yes.
He's in third in pretty much every statistical category. He might be 2 in yards now. I think Chubb is still leading it. No, Dalvin Cook's still leading it. He is, I believe, first in rush yards per... No, that's Nick Chubb now. Nick Chubb is now first in yards per game. He is second now. He's obviously the best dual threat running back in the league. Obviously, he's a slot receiver that plays running back. You want to hear this bullshit? But this is before the game, though. But I'm pretty sure none of that changed. He is obviously in the Panthers rushing, no shit.
Yeah.
He is second in receiving yards in the team.
Really? Wow.
He's tied for first in receiving touchdowns in the team. And he leads in the receptions.
With a back quarterback.
Yeah. And he's running behind the 23rd ranked run blocking offensive line. So, yeah.
That's incredible.
Since this, unfortunately for him, this is a quarterback's award, so he won't win it. But he is most definitely the definition of most valuable player. Yes. This guy right here.
Correct.
Fourth is the running back that's leading everything in running, and that's Dalvin Cook. He is also their offense, but it looks like Kirk Cousins is cleaning up his stupid act, but we'll find out when that happens, when he plays somebody real. But he's first in pretty much everything. in running backs. So we'll see him in another list afterwards. Yeah. And fifth right now, I still have Patrick Mahomes still because he's third in like every quarterback category, with him missing pretty much 2 games. That's how ridiculous stat wise he was before that.
I mean,
I don't know.
The chance of him winning is.
Oh no, that's not happening anymore. I think. No. But right now, before the week after, where he probably gets taken over by someone. Right now, he's still fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go now.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's fine, right? Like, pretty much. Offensive player of the year. For me, I have Dalvin Cook out also offensive player of the year, which is arguable. Every day I switch between him and McCaffrey. I switch.
Because I have McCaffrey. I picked McCaffrey.
Yeah, it's fine.
Year,
100% fine.
Yeah, I picked him because he's literally, like he mentioned
before. He is the offense.
He is the offense.
Yeah, and Dalvin Cook is close to that, though.
Yeah, I agree.
But since he's leading everything in all the statistics, that's why I put him.
Yeah.
Third is actually Nick Chubb because he's third behind all those running backs. And statistically, he had a decent game against Patriots. He was not very good against Patriots, but defense, he still got stats up. Fourth, I have Russell Wilson, who same reasons I said before. And fifth, I actually have Michael Thomas. Now you want to hear this about another stat?
Okay.
He's leading the league in receptions with 73. This is updated, by the way.
Already.
He is leading it by 13 receptions.
He's on
That's
pace.
The next best person with receptions is 13 behind him.
He's at pace to go at least 140 catches.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Which is ridiculous.
He also leads the league in receiving yards and yards per game with 109.
875 right now.
Mm-hmm.
He could.
I might put him fourth now instead of Russell Wilson. I might flip him. He's kind of ridiculous.
You could argue. I mean, unless he has a bananas 200, 300 yard game. Even though we're probably not going to see a 2,000 yard receiver for the season, probably not no time soon. But he's going to be pretty damn close.
He's projected for what? 1,750? I think so. I think projected for 1,750 yards and 146 receptions.
Which is bananas.
Yeah, because you double it, it's halfway.
Yeah,
That's what he's
bananas.
It's ridiculous. All right, defensive player. Oh, do you have anything different from offensive player before I continue?
No, offensive player I had McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey basically, right?
The defensive player of the year, I just had an issue. It was so much going on. I had like 4 or 5 people.
It was easy as shit for me.
For me.
It's Stephon Gilmore. It's no question to me. It's not even close.
Stephon Gilmore is
best player of the year right now.
I definitely had him. I definitely had him on the list too. I had between Stephon Gilmore, Devin McCourty, Nick Bosa, and Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, Stephon Gilmore, he's not close. You want to hear some stats?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, because we watched, so we already know how he does. You want to hear some stats?
Yes.
He's been targeted 39 times, which is 27 from the league. So that's good. It's not a lot of targets, but there's a reason why he gets targeted a lot. But when he does, he only allows 43% completion. That's not by far. There's 2 corners that are close to him. One of them isn't the Patriots and J.C. Jackson. It's just he doesn't have as many targets. He has half the targets. And next is Tre'Davious White in the Bills with 47, I believe, which is still astronomically wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's not close to Stephon Gilmore. He is the leader and the best player of this historic defense. I don't think it's close that he's the best player. He's the best player in this defense. You do not
score. You can't score on him either.
No, figure scoring. You do not catch anything when he's on you. It's over. He will allow you to get a slant or two, and you will never be heard of again. That's what happened to Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
That's how it is. He also have, I believe, 3 interceptions. I think it's 3.
You know what's
Jones, Darnold, and someone else.
You know what's crazy?
I think Fitzpatrick.
You know what's crazy? The fact I think especially in the Jet game, right? I'm like, yo, why are you?
Oh, when he tested him, right?
Why are you testing him for? Like he's gonna get you. He did. I'm like, yo, why are you testing him for?
Second, I have McCourty.
He had like 5.
Yes, he's leading the league in interceptions right now, and his coverage stats are close to Gilmore's, but with like not even half the targets. Though he's a safety.
Yeah,
you don't throw out safeties, but he's leading the league or something, so I put him there. Next, actually, I have Cameron Jordan from the Saints. Because to me, right now, he's the best defensive lineman in the NFL this year.
Yes.
Not overall, just this year, he's best defensive lineman. He has the second most pressures with 25 behind Khalil Mack with 7 sacks to boot, which is absolutely good right now. It's not the lead in the league, though. The league is 10 with Shaquille Barrett and I believe Myles Garrett. I mean, have 10.
It's a lot better than...
But pressures is better to me.
It's a lot better than the Saints defense historically the last few years. Like, you couldn't get pressure for nobody. But they look really good.
He's also in the 12th ranked defense, and a good stat that I like from Pro Football Reference, the Bible of all football stats. he doesn't have to blitz because he's a lineman. So that's all natural pressure he's generating. That's something that when you look at the stat sheet from there, you see a lot of like linebacker stuff that have the same things. They're all getting blitzed. That's why Khalil Mack is getting it. Khalil Mack is technically a linebacker, so he blitzes a lot to get that pressure. Cameron Jordan's getting that naturally. And that's why number 4, you already said his name, Nick freaking Bosa. Freaking rookie.
A man
to me
possessed.
is 4th.
A man possessed.
Because his stats are very close to Cameron Jordan's. And to be honest, we look at eye test and all that. He looks better than Cameron Jordan. I'm not saying that he is, because I won't go as far as to say that. But his performing is crazy. Especially he pick the other day. So yeah, he's ridiculous. So those are my 4 for defense player of the year, because I ain't feel like doing the 5th, because I don't think it's close after that. If I were to put a 5th person, it would be Tre'Davious White, the cornerback from the Buffalo Bills. That'd be my 5th.
And rookie of the year, we always know rookie of the year.
Yeah, for defense,
it's Nick Bosa.
It's Nick Bosa.
It's Nick Bosa. It's not even close.
But I will defend one person, and that's Josh Allen from the
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
He's really good.
He's very close to Nick Bosa's things too. Why I give Nick Bosa the edge, he doesn't blitz as much. He has a little bit more pressures. And the defense that he's in is almost historic levels to the Patriots too. So that's why I gave Nick Bosa the edge. But Josh Allen actually is pretty damn close. So this is Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Offensive rookie of the year is much harder.
Yeah.
Much harder. I gave the nod right now. I'm probably leaning towards Josh Jacobs for offensive rookie of the year. But Kyler Murray is behind him. And Terry McLaurin to me is 3rd. The receiver from Washington. Because of his stats. That's wonderful. Yeah. But I'm leaning towards Josh Jacobs. Because they're not winning in Arizona anyway. That's why.
I guess that makes sense.
Because Gardner Minshew has better numbers than Kyler Murray. So.
And they're winning. So.
And they're winning a bit more. But he has too many turnovers. That's why I didn't put him there. Like his fumbles rate is ridiculous. That's why I didn't put him. Kyler Murray's more clean with the ball and he throws more. So. Well, I think I'm gonna go with Josh Jacobs for now. It's midseason. Yeah. So it may or may not change. But Oakland is not winning, but they've won more than we really thought. They were 3-4, and Josh Jacobs is killing every week. So I'll put Josh Jacobs as offensive rookie of the year. Okay. But that's stuff that could change. All right. Let's go with our preseason debunk real quick. Okay. And we'll end the show.
Okay. Now, I said that the Tennessee Titans was going to win the AFC South. I said they're going to win the division. Clearly, I was wrong, and I take it back. I'm sorry. I take it back. They are very, very, very mediocre. Marcus Mariota is what Juan thought he was. I just took me a little bit longer to realize it.
Absolute bum.
And it was just that. The Philadelphia Eagles. I said the Philadelphia Eagles were going to win.
That's for both of us.
The Philadelphia were going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, in the NFC, win the division with 14-2, and I was clearly wrong.
They might still take their division, but as for number 1 seed, that's a freaking joke. I was wrong with that too. Yes. Me and Trevor are in the same boat for that.
Yes. I also said that New Orleans was going to be. I just said New Orleans would win the division, but wouldn't make it far. But
that one's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, unfortunately, I was 100,000% wrong about the New Orleans Saints. They're arguably the best team in the freaking league. And that's without their quarterback. And their quarterback had like 6 weeks of rest. So he will not have any noodle arms. So they're very, very dangerous in January. Sorry, Saints fans.
I also want to apologize. To the Indianapolis Colts for saying that they'll finish last in the AFC South. I was dead wrong.
They're first, baby.
Very, very wrong. I'm sorry.
My Colts.
That was bad. That was terrible. And also when I said the Rams were going to win the division, well, that's not going to happen, obviously.
Oh, well, that's nothing to be sad about. Almost everybody had them winning the division.
Yeah, almost everybody had them. So I don't feel bad.
Well, I will apologize for in that instance having the 49ers 3rd in the division.
Yeah, you did.
So, they're the 2nd best team in the league. So, whoops. Who saw that coming? And for me at least, my final debunk is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, mine's too. I had them win the division. Man. I had them win the division.
And you know what's hilarious about that, by the way? They're only 2 games behind.
I had them in the division too, and it's bad.
But they're not winning that division. Nah, that's not happening, man.
Bad. It was too terrible. And what else? Also, and I was being very disrespectful.
You have something else?
To the Miami Dolphins. They're not going to finish last in the AFC East. The Jets are. Because they're going to win. Because they're going to win both games against the Jets.
They're really not, though. No. My prediction is they're gonna take one and they're going to purposely tank the other because they have to get their first pick.
I'm telling you, they're gonna find it.
Since the Jets already beat Dallas, they'll give the Jets the other one so the other Jets can have 2 wins and the man will keep the one. And they're gonna make Cincy win 1 game.
Yes,
that's what they're gonna do.
And also the Chicago Bears, we were wrong about them too. We were wrong about them too.
Yeah, I had them second division, right? Yeah, they're not close to that. They suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
But I think that is it.
I believe that's it too. I'm looking.
Double check, make sure.
I had the Browns winning, but they can still win 8 games. They're just not making the playoffs. That's not happening. But I'm not apologizing for that. Screw them.
So yeah, fuck it. Yeah, forget them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was right about the Chargers. Ha. Let me see.
I was wrong about the Chargers. Yeah, I was wrong about them too. Yeah. So
let's see. Buccaneers suck. Falcons. Oh, there you go for me.
Oh, yeah.
Them win division. Woo! Jesus Christ.
Winning the division. I'm like, what?
Oh my! Hey, no one in their mother thought that they were going to be this bad.
They
this bad?
Around win 3 games this year.
Dude,
2 games.
That's a stretch.
You think they go 1-15 probably?
They could.
You know what's worse? Who did the Falcons beat? I was want to know who did they
Philly.
beat? Oh no way! They did beat Philly.
Philly on a game-winning screen pass to Julio Jones.
You're right. It was a week 2.
Yeah, week 2.
Oh, Philly, you suck.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst teams in the NFC. Yo, they're really bad.
NFC, NFL.
You could argue. You could argue that Miami could beat them. Miami would be able to tell you beat them.
I don't think they are because if Matt Ryan's healthy, they'll score enough to beat him. But they still suck.
If Mr. Pick 6 is playing, Mr. Pick 6.
Also, then they're gonna beat him too with him.
But damn, that's crazy. Well, then that's pretty much it.
That is gonna be all. Damn, I forgot to do this in the beginning. I'm doing it now. Well, subscribe, like, rate, comment. You should know Drew by now, but do it all the time.
I promise you guys, we're going to have a new intro to the show. We have to do this.
Well, after the Patriots one, because we're about to record that one right now.
Yeah, for the next regular show, we're gonna have a new one.
Saturday show. Yeah,
I'm gonna come up with some catchphrases. Who knows? Maybe give us some ideas. Who knows?
I know, right?
I'll probably give something up.
But we're on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartradio, and the Tube. So get on that, help us out, and let's make this community rise.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.